What is up, boys? It's Lyle. Welcome back to the Big Boy Podcast. No, it's not.
Dude, it's so bad because really, like, with that look, I would believe every ounce of that.
You think so?
You...
And then this is like a monster and not a,
Dude, no, not even not a monster. I'm telling you, you'd be like the cool version of what a hipster could be.
You think so?
But, like, also the kind of hipster that I'd be intimidated by. Like, I would see you out in public, and I'd be like, oh my god, that guy probably is judging me for, like, my belt.
That's true. I'd also make TikToks, so...
Ooh, you know, TikToks are surprisingly lasting a lot longer than I thought they would.
Well, have you seen that whole... welcome back to The Pan with Bobby and Dan. This is a Frying Pan Podcast. Your favorite pop culture podcast. It's us. We're here.
Yeah.
But, have you seen, like, the Hype House? The thing they're doing?
The what?
They took, like, all the top, air quotes, TikTok stars, and they put them in, a giant mansion. And I don't know if they live there, but there's no furniture in the house because they're all 16, and they have no idea what responsibility is. I don't know if they, like, the house is just used to make content in, and, like, that's, like, their office.
Yeah.
As if they just go there, make TikToks, and then go home. But, that's a thing.
So TikToks, much like Vine was moving towards, is becoming more of a an awkward industry. I'm taking it then.
I'd imagine. Well, there's a Vine 2 again. Did you know that?
Oh, a Vine too.
It's called Byte. BYTE. It's another 7-second video app.
You know, I don't really think the platform matters. I think it's all about the trends.
Yeah.
Because, like, really, that's what carried Vine. Was like, I mean, Vine was great at first when it was all original content, but then once trends became a thing, that's when it really took off.
Yeah, because then it was just like, mostly because a lot of the trends were just very weird and just uncomfortable.
Well, it kind of also gave, like, because anyone obviously can make Vines, so, like, but now everyone can be originally funny.
Yeah.
So once, you know, everyone was able to still make Vines and get views because they're doing something that, you know, everyone else was doing, that's kind of like when it became its full force, what it is today.
I mean, see, that shit's, like, really weird to me because, like, people that were Vine that transitioned to YouTube and shit like that, like Lele Pons, that person is not funny whatsoever. And, like, all those groups of people, not funny at all. And I just don't know who the videos pander to, but they're, like, late 20s still making videos of, like, when the substitute teacher doesn't do this, or, like, when Bae says this in school, and it's like, just grow up.
Yeah, it's weird to think that, like, Vine was, like, what, a thing 7 years ago?
I don't think it was that far. Maybe 5. I think it died. Like, I think it officially died out, like, 5 or 4 years ago.
Yeah, well, it's been a while. That's the point I'm trying to make. Like, you know, TikTok definitely started off, though, as, like, the trendy thing, where it's not much original shit, right?
Yeah. I mean...
Have you looked at Byte at all? Like,
what... I made an account, because I was, like... I used to love Vine back in the day.
Yeah, but, back when it was good. It was good.
It was
before
fun.
The trends.
Yeah, it was fun. So I was just like, oh, I wonder what it's like now. And I was like, all right, I'll just go on, like, oh, what's popular? And it's... All the videos are just, like, people that were Vine famous and didn't really do anything after, just made their way back.
Oh, I see. Okay.
And they're just making videos of, like, we ain't doing TikTok dances on this fucking app. And it's like, that's it.
You know, I respect it. I respect it.
I'm sure it'll change and there'll be a new trend. And,
yeah, of course. Dude, nothing's made me feel more old in the last couple of years of my life than when I looked at TikToks for like an hour and I left it. I can watch Vine compilations pretty much on repeat.
Yeah.
But like TikToks though, man, they make me feel old.
Dude, there's
real
like,
old.
I have a couple friends that like still really like TikTok. Because I guess there's still some, like, original funny things on there. Yeah. And, like, they'll show me, like, compilations. And some of them is, like, I don't know. I rarely ever laugh at a compilation. Unless I'm, like, it's baked. 1 a.m. and tired. Yeah, or baked. But, when they do, like, the fucking, like, stationary dances, that shit just throws me off so much.
Like, does it make you feel... Okay, so what about, like, the dances throw you off? Like, is it just, like, the fact that dance is, like, oh, why are they just dancing? Or is it, like...
it's just how I see it because it's like they're trapped. Like I always view it as if they're trapped in that screen and they can't move, so they have to like be stationary. And like
Okay.
obviously like that's how it is because
Hmm.
it's not. I don't know. You set your phone up, you're doing fucking, you punch in the air and you're going in circles. But also it's like, like 16-year-olds are doing like thirst traps on the app, and it's like I'm too old for
Yeah.
this.
Okay. That it's when I had this realization exactly when that e-girl thing became popular. Like when it became like cute and cool to be like an e-girl. Like because we've known about e-girls for a while. They've been
Yeah.
a thing in the gaming community, obviously. But then like basically dressing edgy, wearing black, and then like all this became like popular on TikTok.
Yeah.
And then it'd be like they would have like 6 seconds of the 7 second video be them basically like throwing their tits out or something that's rather provocative, and they drop a sign that's like, hey, by the way, I'm 17, and I'm like, oh, I'm a criminal now. I'm closing this app and burning my computer.
Yeah, literally.
Thank you.
Like, yeah, no, I just like, okay, it's not for me, and that's fine. But it's like you're gonna grow up, and that's gonna be there.
Yeah, it's
This is your legacy you are leaving behind right now, Anakin.
Anakin. God, I saw something gross with Anakin recently. Actually, you
I
sent
sent
me
it to you.
Yeah, Dan sends me memes on Instagram still, and it's the only pleasure I get in my day to day life. And he sent me one that had Anakin from the prequels in it, and I just want you guys to know. I'm not going to describe the meme to you because you won't get it, but just know that he sent it to me, and it somehow made the prequels better.
Yeah, I mean, you want to talk about the Star Wars prequels? Because I've been watching, dude, I've had so many fucking like Star Wars lore videos on my recommended
I have two actually.
because I watched the new Star Wars The Clone Wars trailer that's gonna be on Disney Plus, where I think I need to watch it.
You love Clone Wars,
Dude, Star Wars The Clone Wars is without a doubt one of the greatest animated shows to ever exist.
and I've heard a lot of people agree with you. I've never seen a single episode of Clone Wars.
Yeah, I don't blame you. It was definitely like when I was a kid, every single time I would like, I don't know, me and my friend, we were really big into Star Wars, so we'd be like, all right, new episodes on Friday at 8. We staying up watching together, and we'd hop in like a Skype call, and like we'd watch and be like, oh, that's sick.
Jeez.
Yeah.
Oh, that's cute.
Yeah, it was adorable. It was a lot of fun. I don't know. I remember it just kind of like faded out because it was like 7 seasons, and I remember watching 5 whole seasons, like every episode as it was coming out, and then I was just like, it happened. I saved. And then they came out with Rebels, which was like a Disney XD
Is that
fucking
with just the
cartoon.
clones?
Huh?
Was that with just the clones?
No, it was the one where it was like a whole new. It was like after the Clone Wars. It's like a whole new story arc, but the animation is so like dog shit in comparison.
Mm-hmm.
It's like too because like I don't know. I'm going on a rant about this.
No.
Clone Wars animation had like an edge to it, like it had like a serious tone to it, and the fucking Disney XD one just looked way too childish.
Like the transition from like Teen Titans to Teen Titans Go.
Yeah, essentially.
Okay, yeah.
But it was like a lot. I don't know. It was just Disney XD cartoons sucked dick.
So would you go back and rewatch Clone Wars now?
Oh,
Like, do you
100%.
think is it still a note or a good
Dude,
show?
I've had clips from the show pop in my recommended. It's just like a 4 minute clip, and I'll watch it and I'm like, I remember this.
Yeah.
This is great. And it holds up.
Jeez.
That's all that matters to me.
So it's a new season. Does that mean like the Clone Wars never actually have an ending?
No, it didn't.
Oh.
It because like everything that happens in it is canon to the actual like whole fucking universe, which is just
Mm-hmm.
a load of malarkey at this point.
Yeah.
But no, I'm pretty sure everything's canon, and yeah, it just never had an ending.
Interesting. You know, I actually completely forgot to see the new Star Wars movie.
Yeah,
Completely
I'm
forgot
not,
about
I
it.
don't care.
I
I will
mean,
not. I'm not paying money to go see it.
I'm gonna be real. It probably is the only time it'd be good is in theaters.
But then you can't. Like, I feel like that movie would only be good if you can like actively make fun of what's going on.
Okay.
That's to my knowledge.
How about this? We go during the we go on a weekday and go see it.
That movie's not in theaters ananymore.
Is it not?
It's been out for too long. I'm pretty
How
sure.
long has
you
it
could
been out
probably
for?
you could probably buy it on Google at this point.
What was it called? The Rise of Skywalker.
Yeah.
Let's see. It is still showing
Oh my God, no.
at at strict, stringent times, but it's still technically in theaters.
Well, it's $5 Tuesday. What do we got?
We got a 650.
650 and a 1005. Both sound not that good.
I kind of want to go. I want to go home.
Yeah.
I don't want to sit in a 3-hour movie.
Mm-mm.
Or 2 hours and 22 minutes. Sorry. That's another thing. I feel like I only never went because I only had time during the night, like the night when it was coming out, and I really could not get myself to sit through 2.5 hours again of Star Wars. Like, I've sat through long movies. Like, Endgame was really long. It 2 was really long.
It 2 was 3 hours.
Yeah, and I saw it twice.
It could have been 2 hours, to be honest.
I was perfectly fine with it being 3 hours, though. The point I'm trying to make is that Star Wars, and specifically the last few times I've seen it, I'm just halfway through. I'm like, okay, cool. Can I go home?
Yeah.
I don't know why, man. I used to be engaged.
I mean, that series has just fallen off, but we talked about that.
Yeah, that's definitely true.
I mean, I do feel like sitting down in a theater, unless I really want to see it, is kind of hard for me at this point.
Well,
Because, like, I just lose attention.
Yeah, I mean, even if you're not invested in the movie, like, it double sucks. You're like, wow, it's an expensive time. You know, it's expensive for me to sit in this chair and watch something I'm not enjoying.
Yeah, exactly.
You
I
know,
don't know.
do you remember the last movie that you saw that you're like, damn, that was actually kind of a waste of money?
Godzilla.
All right.
When we went to go see Godzilla.
Hey, I had a fantastic time.
I just wished a lot. I think I had too high of expectations for a Godzilla movie.
I was high enough so where the expectations were met.
That's fair. No, there's one movie that I remember seeing. It was like based on a true story where I forget who the actor is. He has to fly like from the US to Mexico. It was like he's like a double agent for
American Made.
American Made. I hated
With
that
Tom
movie.
Cruise?
Yeah, I hated that movie.
You know, I actually kind of have to agree. That was one of the least satisfying endings I've ever had.
Yeah. I just like I don't know. I think it was we went to the theater to watch something else, but then people like couldn't agree on it, so it was just like, okay, American Made.
Yeah.
And I remember seeing it and like walking out, I was like, was that bad? Or is it just me?
Because the trailer was objectively good.
Yeah.
It's just that's the only good part about it.
Yeah. It just
It wasn't very good.
No, I wasn't feeling it.
I'll agree with that. That was probably not the best use of my money. And honestly, I feel like that's the only one in recent memory. There was like Sorry for Bothering You or whatever, but that I gotta count that as a worth just because of how messed up it made me.
Dude, that movie, how did that get like greenlit? Did they watch like the first hour and a half and they're like, all right, this is fine, and then like the last 30 minutes they just skipped?
Here's the thing, actually. So we've talked about Sorry for Bothering You on the podcast before, right?
Yeah, I imagine.
So I have to agree with that. But the thing is, like, okay, so they definitely like were like, this is gonna be groundbreaking, right? It's a very edgy movie, very weird, very crazy. The point I'm trying to make is, would you watch it again with me if I found it?
If you can get it, yeah, I'll watch it.
All right, cool. Now that it's out of theaters, I'm gonna recommend everyone to go watch a movie called Sorry for Bothering You.
Sorry to bother you.
Sorry to Bother You. And it is it's a movie about a gentleman that starts working in a call center, and it gets very interesting.
Yes.
And I'm now gonna tell you to see it instead of before in theaters because now you have the ability to stop watching it and not feel bad about it.
Oh, sorry.
Wow, what is that?
That's Mom.
How old are you again?
7.
And you have your ringer on?
Yep, apparently.
You know what's crazy, actually? I got a text message at work, and I didn't have my ringer off, and I genuinely didn't know it was my phone.
Really?
I have never heard my own text message sound.
I only had it on because I figured you were running late or something, so I was waiting to see if you were going to text me or call me.
I understand. Hey, it's okay.
I didn't want to make that seem like I was, blaming you.
Hey, he blames me. I blame me. It's
easy to blame the punching bag.
Exactly.
Sorry.
Dan actually physically abuses me too.
I like to. Well, every time I see Bobby, I punch him in the gut, and that's my way of saying hello.
Exactly. You know that guy that always pats on the back too hard?
Mm-hmm.
That's Dan. but with me in my rib cage.
With a knife. It's like the same thing.
I'm currently being murdered. Send help.
No, don't send help.
Don't actually send. Well, this would be 2 days late anyway. So
Yeah, well-
send help if you want.
Well,
It's just
try-
very late.
Try and find the body.
Oh,
Well, speaking of finding bodies,
speak.
stop going outside. Coronavirus is probably going to kill you sooner or later. We all know what's going on out there. The coronavirus, it was a Chinese New Year, so a lot of people from China were making their way over. And because that's where the virus originated, and it apparently originated from the most reliable source I've heard is it comes from bat stew, because a lot of Chinese people would eat bats, apparently. I don't know too much about that. It could just be a cultural thing that I'm not too well versed in. But regardless, it is killing people at an alarming rate, and it is borderline You okay over there? I don't think it was that serious.
It's
I think
not the
you're fine.
transition I thought you were making.
I mean, that's fine. Where do you think I was going with it? Just come sit back down, buddy.
It's okay. It's okay. I'll tell you about it at the end, and you'll completely understand my reaction.
Okay, no,
But-
I do understand now.
Circling to back to the coronavirus. Isn't that a beer? Am I crazy? Like Corona is something that's
yeah,
like
Corona is a
that's-
type of beer.
okay. I just want to get that out of the way real quick. I didn't know if I was just like imagining that. That's kind of not very good PR for them now, is it?
Well, all right. Well, see, here is the conspiracy theory. This is an actual one, but like, what if it was?
Okay.
Corona, Corona made the virus name the coronavirus to spread awareness that the Corona is something you can drink before you die. Apparently.
All right. So, you know what's interesting about the coronavirus? It's actually, as we discussed before the podcast, it's actually a series of different viruses and infections.
Indeed.
And, like 3 of them pretty much just give you a cold. Pretty normal stuff. 2 of them will give you a severe cold that could lead to chest infections such as pneumonia and bronchitis.
Mhm.
And then going forward with those 2, possible death.
Yeah.
It's actually the chances of death with it are actually a lot higher now, obviously, because we're hearing about it on the news.
Mm-hmm.
But I think it's 3 out of the 10 people infected die, or no, 3 out of the 10 people develop a more severe illness,
Yeah.
and then I think like I don't know what the percentage of those people that actually develop the severe case of it. I don't know what their mortality rate is.
Well, I mean,
It's not saying it.
you got to think 3 out of 10. If they do develop a severe or like life-threatening one, they're going to spread that, and it's just going to keep blossoming into big things because people don't care about other people, I guess.
Yeah, no, it's
Like
it's
people just like sneeze and cough in the air, and it's like you're
well,
not helping.
I mean, that's kind of like people are always unaware of how gross and unsanitary they're being until they're called out for it,
Yeah.
Like, how many times in your own house do you just cough into the direct air because you're not thinking about it?
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean? And then, like, you walk out of your house in the morning, you don't really think about it, and then you cough as you're touching the door to lead out to your apartment. You don't really, you don't think about those kind of things. And I'm not saying that's right, but I'm saying I understand. Apparently it's in Europe now, the coronavirus.
Oh,
it's in the US, it's in Europe.
Australia.
Australia. I know Japan, actually, they had a huge surge of, I think it was flight cancellations or something cancellations because no one wants to go traveling during this period of disease.
Well, I mean, like certain sections of China are locked down at the moment.
But really?
Yeah, which is great though, because like, it was one of the major cities was put on like a lockdown, like no one can get out, but I guess like 1 million people got out of the city for Chinese New Year to go visit their family, which is like, hey, I get it, but you should probably understand the severity of being in a place that contains a easily spreadable virus and then traveling on a plane with other people. But
Well,
maybe I'm just not thinking.
well, we may not have to worry about traveling to get it, because actually, as of 20 minutes ago, A breaking news thing is two DC residents are now currently being tested for the
Uh,
coronavirus.
no, it's there. It's been in Texas, Florida, one other place, but yeah, no, it's here.
You want to go bug catching?
Um,
Did we talk about that on this show?
what?
Those freaks in nature that like have some form of fixation with catching different types of diseases and viruses and bugs and infections.
We didn't talk about it, but yeah, I do know about this.
Yeah, they're dubbed bug catchers who go out of their way to become ill. It's gross, very gross.
Hey man, sometimes you gotta get out of work, and I get that.
Yeah, but I'm not going to Taco Bell and licking the toilet seat because I don't want to do my paper.
Well, dude, sometimes you just have like a long shift, and you're like, oh, I don't want to work Thursday. I'll just get Lyme disease. It's fine.
Oh my god.
Well, you never
You'd
know.
think just calling out would be fun. I guess if you need the doctor's note and everything.
Yeah. Well, I'm also thinking like if you're trying to catch every disease, like, is this might sound fucked up, but like, is cancer the final boss? Like, is that the final one you're trying to get?
I don't think you can just get cancer, right? I mean, you can increase your risks, I guess.
Well, I mean, that's probably what
You
they
could-
try to do.
You could smoke and whatnot, but
May-
like,
I mean, I wonder
Yeah.
if their thing is like they want to get every disease because they're trying to beat every disease as a form of like immortality, I guess, of like strength.
when you finally catch them all, you actually level up as a person and become an advanced person.
You become advanced.
Yeah.
You run super fast, super strength.
Jeez. You know, apparently 60% of airports are also like starting to screen for this stuff now.
I mean, it should. I mean, it's like, dude, this. I thought
It's-
last year was bad. This year is not off to a good start, man.
Death tolls have exceeded 100.
1,000.
I think in the U.S.
Oh, in the U.S., I've seen 1,000
Well,
like
yeah.
worldwide.
And
Not in the
China-
article, but like in general.
China has only reported 106 people dying of it.
Yeah, they've been also trying to hide that there was even a coronavirus to begin with.
That is true. It says there's a confirmed case of nearly over 4,000 as of today.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, no. Wait. It increased to 4,500 documented cases today.
Yeah.
Like, yesterday it was only 2,800. Which, that's
A lot.
That's nearly doubling.
Yeah. Well,
Which
there's 7
is-
billion people.
Well, yeah, but think of how the plague started. It started off pretty damn small scale, to be quite honest with you.
Yeah.
Oh no, is this another plague? Are we
It
gonna
could-
have a
I
plague?
think it could be.
The youngest confirmed case is a 9-month-old girl in
God.
Beijing, and I guess the most of these cases come from central China in the province of Hubei
Yeah.
and several cities, including Wuhan. Basically, the center of China got hit, but like Thailand is now increasing its cases. Hong Kong is increasing its cases. Australia, Macau, Singapore, South Korea, Malaysia, and Japan, France, and Canada.
Mhm.
And then there's more increasing. Germany's had one.
Yeah. No, it's that shit's gonna spread worldwide because people don't care.
Yeah.
People don't know.
Well, gosh, it's. I'm sorry. I'm like I usually would read all this before, but this article literally is being live updated as I'm reading it.
Yeah.
It's actually crazy how like more cases are coming out and out and out. This goes back to the type of lifestyle I want to live of not wanting to leave my house ever. Y'all called me a hermit. You called me boring, but the coronavirus can't get me at home.
Hey man, I'm a firm believer that the world is overpopulated, and maybe this is God's way of saying, "Hey, I gotta step in."
Yeah, but then like you would think usually that like, people don't include themselves as a risk or as part of the risk. You know, like that could mean your death.
Maybe.
Okay.
I gotta wait and see.
Dan's firmly on the chaos track. He is okay with half the world's population dying, even if it means him.
That's bold. I'm not okay with half the world dying out. This is all hypothetical.
Yeah, no, Dan's okay with it. Dan wants genocide.
I mean, controlled, maybe, but not like all. I could be digging myself in a deeper hole, but I don't. It's fine.
Okay. I'm not going to make a statement on overpopulation in this disease. I don't want to get any bad karma. I don't want to get this disease, to be quite honest with you.
No, I mean it's definitely it's weird. I've heard that because I guess the disease like turns your immune system against you. Like it starts off as just like
Mm-hmm.
like a head cold, something like that, and then it like kind of eats away at you for some reason,
Mm-hmm.
and it like turns your immune system against you. So if you have a weak immune system, ding ding over here, you can't kill me with myself because I'm not strong.
Fair. Okay.
That's like beating a grown man with a pool noodle instead of beating a grown man with a katana.
So you're saying because I would say I have a strong immune system. So would you say that like
It's been nice knowing you.
are you implying that because I would have a stronger one, that means it would be worse than if you got it?
You've been a great co-host, and I've
Wow.
appreciated our time together.
You know, if I do catch some disease like this and die, can you do me a hard favor? Record this portion and play it at my funeral.
Yeah, no problem.
Just so we know the exact when I
No.
accepted my
I'll be
fate.
I'll be leading your funeral, and if your parent like obviously your parents gonna be like they want it arranged specifically, but I'll be like, don't worry guys, I'll take over, and it's gonna be at a church, it's gonna look normal, and then they're gonna walk into the church, and we're gonna have like strobe lights. There's gonna be like a DJ turntable
That's
in front of your coffin, and we're gonna be playing like like old Millennium songs, some Zed, maybe some Skrillex.
if I die before 30, that is a perfectly acceptable way for my funeral to be conducted.
And then I'm gonna jump from the rafters, and I'm gonna be like, "Yo, what up? It's DJ Two Step." 'Cause apparently, that's my DJ name.
DJ Two Step?
Yeah, I guess so.
I actually kind of like that.
It's the first thing that came to mind.
DJ Two Step.
But
And your initials,
Yep.
DJ.
yep. And then like when everyone in the room is crying because they just lost someone they love, I'm gonna be like, "Yo, let's get this party started," and I'm gonna like spin the record, and Dancing Queen's gonna come on, and then you're gonna pop out of your coffin, and everyone's like, "What the fuck? What the fuck is going on?"
I only come back for that one song, and then at the end, Sweet Caroline.
Yeah.
You just hear from my coffin, bum bum
Yeah,
bum.
it's just you punching the coffin, and then when someone's like, get him out," and then it's like, he's still dead. He's still. There's only two ways we bring him back.
Anytime you want to hear me go bum bum bum, just play
Yeah.
Sweet Caroline.
No, the only way to keep you alive is like Dancing Queen is constantly playing, but like by that point, everyone is tired of hearing Dancing Queen, so they just let you die.
My gosh. Okay, you know what's fucked? Actually, I wish I could plan my own funeral.
Me too.
But I wish I could plan my own funeral and like I die when I'm young. If that like I don't want to
Yeah,
die young, but I just have a banger idea of my own funeral.
I do too. To be
I
honest.
I want every person like an usher to give them a joint as they walk in. I want it to
Okay.
be lit. I want my funeral
Okay.
to be very lit because I want it to be what I stand for. And currently, what I stand for is weed and the environment, which
So he'll hand everyone a joint. Will be in insert like national park, I guess.
Yeah.
Maybe Yellowstone.
Sure. I want to get put my body in Old Faithful. Actually, I want to be shot up by the geyser.
Imagine that's when it goes off.
That would be hysterical.
Oh,
Did we talk about this last episode about how crazy like some of like impending natural disasters that could be? Was that this
yeah.
episode?
No,
Or last
we
episode?
talk about it a lot because honestly, like, the world around us is fucking dying, like, in a million different ways,
Yeah.
and it's easy to just, like, I don't know, for me, I acknowledge it's happening, but I realize I can't do too much to prevent this.
You know what? You can't stop a hurricane personally?
I would just drop the nuke on it, but it doesn't seem like it'd be too
Dude,
good.
Trump nuking hurricanes is still by far my favorite article.
Oh, me too. I mean, like, the only thing I can help with is climate change, which is very real, and if you think otherwise, very playfully,
I don't know,
Die?
man. It's pretty cold out.
yeah,
Yeah,
it was 60 last week.
it's pretty cold right now, though.
Okay, that's fine. But
I like that that's actually like an argument for climate change deniers as well. It's like, yeah, but it's cold now.
yeah,
It just snowed last week. Climate change, global warming, global what? More like global cooling.
good one. And then they, like, dab each other up, and it's like,
You're
what
fucking
the,
delusional.
what the fuck?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was like the hottest day in December it was like 65 degrees, and that was by like 20 degrees, and then people were just like, the world's changing, man. You know, it's
Gotta go with the times.
it's spun around a couple times. Get over it.
Yeah, that scientific constant.
Yeah.
Nah, bro, it changes with us. It's because we're advancing.
Yes, we're
Yeah.
certainly advancing.
Yeah, you know, summers are gonna be hotter, winters are gonna be warmer. You know, it's gonna
Well,
be
would
crazy.
you? All right, all right. You have a kid.
Yeah.
He grows up.
Yeah.
He's like 16 at this point.
Okay.
Would you rather him be like a climate change denier or a flat earther?
They're 16, right?
Yeah.
You can still put a 16-year-old up for adoption,
It's true.
in a way.
Yeah, but do you think you'd, I mean, like at this point, like you'd love him,
No.
obviously. Okay, not anymore.
I mean, not at that point.
You loved him.
Yeah, loved.
All right, how about he's a 5-year-old and his first, or no, you had the baby and it's like, oh, he's gonna say his first word, and he's like, he's gonna say father, flat Earth.
Baby's first word, not dada, father.
Yeah, and then it's like, you know what I do with that baby?
Mhm.
All right, picture I have him in my hand, I have him cupped like this.
Yeah.
I walk outside, I hook shot him into the hoop.
Dude,
I hit him with the sky hook.
in all seriousness though, like I would consider stopping being friends with people, or like just for that simple fact.
Oh,
Like if they were a flat earther or a climate change denier,
Yeah.
because they're clearly not a sensible person at
Well, that's
that
what I'm saying.
point.
Like, normally I can support anything like my friends are into.
Yeah.
Like, unless it was like, oh, I've really got a passion for murdering people now. I'd be like,
Yeah, or my
maybe not.
recreational heroin use.
Yeah. Like, I try to get them help. But, like, if they became like an incel, flat earth, like shit like that, it's like, I can't do anything because you're too far gone.
Yeah, and then at that point, like, I made the mistake of being your friend, clearly.
Exactly.
There's something wrong with me, too. It's okay.
This is life.
It is life. Dude, I'm sorry. This article that is still being currently live updated,
Yeah.
I recommend everyone to basically constantly wash your hands, you know, be aware of where you are in public places. You know, if you are a commuter, say via train from any,
Yeah.
you know, like into New York specifically or DC, you know, be very careful. You know, stay away from large groups of people. Avoid being in rooms with people coughing. You know, then you gotta, like you said, cough in your sleeve, sneeze in your sleeve.
Yeah, if you're a person that's like sneezing or coughing, do not cough in your fucking hand. Do not be a piece of shit.
Can I tell you something?
Oh yeah.
Fucking my job, I work at a gas station. People hand me money. People come in, literally cough into their hands and or wipe their nose, and then like literally make eye contact with me, reach into their wallets and pull out cash. You know what I've been doing recently?
What?
Before I take it, I'll be like, oh yeah, hold on one sec. I won't take their money. I walk over to a box of gloves and take the time to put one on and do that like satisfying snap that you do with latex gloves, and
Yeah.
then I take the money.
That's fair.
Dude, I've never seen like this guy was probably like 50s probably,
Yeah.
older, turns red as a tomato. And it made me feel bad because of how embarrassed he was, because I think he realized like why I did it, obviously.
I mean-
but half the people don't even, like, they just think I'm
Yeah.
putting on gloves.
I mean, at that point, it's just a lesson, like, if they understand it. But if you're too stupid to realize, like, maybe don't do that. And then it's just like, why are you putting on the glove, bro? And it's like, because you just fucking spewed everything on your hand, brother.
Well, that's the thing. It aggravates me because, you know, diseases like this are going around, and lo and behold, if I don't see these schmucks wiping their faces, it doesn't mean they're not doing it. So, I'm in danger. Long story short, when
Yeah.
it comes to stuff like this, just because, like you said, people don't care.
You're on the front line.
I'm on the front lines, ma. You wouldn't understand
Yeah. I have to fight the important battles.
the important battles. My God.
We can talk about something, kind of cool.
Sure.
Another award show happened, being the Grammys.
The Grammy. That's the music ones, right?
Yep. And Billie Eilish at 18 won 5.
Her album was very good.
It was.
Like-
Her and her brother are doing good things. They're making good music, and I respect that.
Her brother?
Phineas. I don't know if he also makes music or if he just produces for her, but
Okay.
he's the one that helps with writing and a lot of that.
I just thought he made music too, and I was like, oh. Like, well, okay, I thought he like.
Yeah, every time I see it, I just think of Phineas and Ferb, and I'm like, it's still fine.
Hey, Ferb, what are we gonna do today?
Exactly. But she won an award, and one of my favorites was Tyler the Creator won an award, I think, for best rap album.
Oh.
And well, one thing is he talked about like racism and like I don't know, just like all around like bad things about the Academy and shit like that, and they had to cut him off.
Oh.
But another thing is he tweeted something like years ago of like, oh, I hope I win a Grammy someday, and someone like quote tweeted it like, you're never gonna win shit. And then like 5 years later, last night, he's like, he responded to some shit with I told you I was gonna win shit, you broke ass. Shit like that.
Wait, he tweeted back at the person.
Yeah, like
That's
5 years
funny
later.
as hell.
Yeah, I respect the fuck out of Tyler the Creator. He does what he wants. Lil Nas X also won for Old Town Road. Surprise, surprise.
Rightfully so, to be honest.
He had an all pink suit, little cowboy get up.
Yeah, he's eccentric.
It was cute. I respect it.
Do you know who they had performing at the Grammys?
I think everybody did, to be honest. You know, they had Lizzo. I think they had Ariana Grande, maybe, but I'm not too sure.
Yeah, I can't find the Lizzo, Billie Eilish, Aerosmith, Gwen Stefani, and Blake Shelton to perform at the 2020 Grammys. Okay.
Yeah, they had people.
Yeah, they had peeps.
But, I don't know. I don't watch any music awards, but I'm always interested on like, oh, who wins?
Yeah.
What do they think?
Good for Billie Eilish, you know.
It's yeah.
18.
It's crazy what she's doing already.
Well, let's hope she doesn't Hannah Montana herself.
This is true. I don't know.
And by that, for the people that don't know, I'm basically saying I hope she doesn't turn into a Miley Cyrus / Britney Spears / any female celebrity that kind of had a breakdown and then spiraled a little bit. And,
Yeah.
I mean, thankfully, like, Miley Cyrus has mellowed out. She seems to...
She's back on track for
yeah,
the most part.
she seems pretty good, you know, which is nice.
Well, she had that whole, it was like, the Wrecking Ball. That was when it was just kind of like, oh, who's this?
Well,
who named herself Miley Cyrus?
I would say that's when I realized she's weird as hell.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, okay. Well, because that's when she started doing all that, like, weird shit where she was, like, twerking all of a sudden.
Yeah.
It's like, no, Miley, that's not you.
Yeah, and then Britney Spears shaved her head.
Yeah.
Well, what do you think Billie Eilish's thing would be?
God,
Having, like, normal hair?
That's true, actually. Well, just cutting her hair would be pretty, like, substantial for her.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
I mean, I just hope she keeps doing what she's doing. I hope she doesn't have a spiral.
No,
to be
I
honest with you.
obviously me neither, but... Because, I mean, I don't know. It's crazy to do that much at that age.
Yeah.
I mean, she could be an industry plant, but... You ever heard that?
Huh?
That she's, like, an industry plant?
No.
Oh,
Explain.
I guess because, like, her parents used to do, like, be in the music industry or something of that nature.
Uh-huh.
And so people think she's just an industry plant.
Really?
Yeah.
Like, explain what that means.
Industry plan is just kind of like you're set up for success. You don't really have to work for anything.
So, like, the Taylor Swift scenario? Like, where... Because, like, didn't her father have, like, stake in a record company or something like that?
It's something like that.
Okay. Interesting. I mean, she's producing good music, so, like, I don't have a problem with that.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I mean, yeah, that's the thing. Is like I feel like she's done too much even outside of music.
Mm.
Like she's been working with Murakami, with like they made a music video together and should have like, I think he did her like merch line or something, and I think that's cool.
Yeah.
But
I really like Billie Eilish, though.
I do too.
All her interviews are very good.
Yeah.
I would say her personality kind of comes through, and it's like a refreshing personality. She doesn't make me feel old, you know.
No, not yet.
It's kind of weird to think though that I was listening. Well, okay, we're only 2 years, 3 years different in age, but like I was bumping to Billie Eilish when she was like 16, 17.
Yeah. Well, it was like the first banger was Ocean Eyes, right?
Yeah.
I think that was the first one that popped off, and then she just blew up from there. That was like with Khalid. I remember listening to his music because it was funny because there was a YouTuber I used to watch, and they like linked up and nobody knew who he was, and then he had it was Location, I think, that popped off, and then he released like 3 banger albums back to back to back, and it was like, I don't know, it's always weird to see like people you like listened to originally like just grow out of proportion.
Yeah, can you think of any other bands besides
John Bellion. I used to listen to
John
John Bellion
Bellion?
in like 2013, and like he's not like Billie Eilish huge, but he's definitely made a name for himself, and he does a lot of like songwriting too. Like I know
Yeah.
he wrote Graveyard for Halsey.
Really?
Yeah, and I think he wrote
It does kind of sound like a very John Bellion type song,
yeah,
actually.
and then he wrote Selena Gomez's new song.
Her new album's pretty good.
Really, I haven't listened to it.
It there's a couple like emo bangers on there.
Oh yeah.
Not gonna lie to you, they're
Well, did
pretty
you
good.
see?
Halsey's new album, Manic, it's out. Making that announcement. Go listen. Pretty damn good.
Listen to one song. It was good.
It's good.
Can't be fucked to listen to the rest of it, to be honest.
I understand.
But
if Halsey's not for you, she's not for you. But I will go on record to say I freaking love her.
that's good, and that's fine. I mean, Chelsea Cutler, she released an album recently. Hers is good. John Billy wasn't part of that, but
Who's Chelsea Cutler?
um, she's. Do you know like Visionary Music Group? That was like Logic's.
Oh,
I don't
okay.
know if he's still a part of it, but
Mm-hmm.
they signed like a lot of people like
Mm-hmm.
Quinn. It's like XC. I don't know how you pronounce it.
Yeah.
But like Jeremy Zucker, her, and then
Okay.
A-OK. They're very good artists. I really like that genre of music.
Yeah, I love
And-
Jeremy Zucker.
Also, Haley Williams released like a solo song.
Did she? Is that
Yeah.
why she was? Is that why she was trending the other day?
Yep. She I think it's like the first like non-feature like solo song she's put out in a very long time. I listened to it. It's fine. I like halfway listened to it, so I didn't really give it a fair shot, but I absolutely love Haley Williams, so
Are we talking about Simmer?
Simmer, yep. Yeah, she
Okay.
released like a music video and kind of like an intro for it too.
Apparently, the music video is pretty crazy.
Yeah, it was kind of nuts.
And you know, I didn't know that she released a single. That actually kind of threw me off just now.
Yeah.
I'm surprised I haven't heard that either.
It came out last week.
Still,
Yeah, I know.
freaking love Haley Williams.
Surprised it wasn't trending.
I also realized I spelled her name very wrong when I was looking it up.
Yeah, it's two E's.
It was just, it wasn't even right the first time. I don't even think I had a Y.
Yeah, because she spells it a lot different,
Yeah.
and that's fine. I respect
Gosh,
it.
music. That's speaking of music. Actually, Rolling Loud is the lineup's been announced.
I saw that. Pretty nuts.
So Rolling Loud, for the unknowing, is basically a rap music festival, right? What was the? Didn't we talk about another? Was it another Rolling Loud that we last time we talked about as well?
Well, we talked about Rolling Loud because of the whole ASAP Rocky thing.
Oh, okay. So we got Rolling Loud May 8th to 10th. It's in Miami this year. And headlining, we got ASAP Rocky, we got Travis Scott, and we got Post Malone.
All bangers.
All right. And then some other names that I'd like to call out that are going to be there. Trippie Red's great. DaBaby's great. Sway Lee's great. Ferg's great. And then Lil Uzi Vert and Roddy Ricch.
Little Jacuzzi Vert.
I actually really wish I could go to this.
I would love to if it wasn't in Miami.
Well, okay, there's that. Yeah, there's in Miami. It's also like literally my finals week.
That's probably not good.
Yeah, probably not good. I really want to go because I want to see Lil Uzi and Roddy Ricch.
Yeah.
But I've been fiending to see Post Malone live,
Dude,
dude.
he came to TD Bank like last year, and I really wanted to get tickets.
He was in Mass in October.
Yeah.
I was so like literally I heard about the concert that morning.
Yeah, I know.
Had no clue that he was even in for. I was very sad about that.
Yeah, I mean, I have there's like a couple artists that I have alerts for
Mm-hmm.
because there's an app. It's like, what's it called? I think it's like Band or something, not like Garage Band.
Bandcamp.
Bands in Town
Oh.
is what it's called, and it's like it'll show you if there's any artist near you that you want to listen to.
Mm-hmm.
And I have like Travis Scott, if he ever comes back to CT, Post Malone.
Tyler Yue is gonna be there too.
He's good.
I like Tyler Yue.
Yeah, me too. And then a couple other just like
Okay.
not rap.
I'll have to download that because I want to see Post so freaking bad.
Dude, there. What was it? I remember I had a few drinks, and I was on YouTube and I watched one of the live performances, and I was kind of drunk, so I felt like I was there. And I was like, man, I wonder if I would it be like if I really was there.
Dude, right? He Posty's such a cute man.
Yeah, he's a cutie.
His Dorito. Have you seen his Doritos commercial yet?
Yeah,
It's so cute.
it is so cute.
Post Malone's a national treasure, and he should be protected as such.
I agree. If anything were to happen to that man, I would lose everything.
Yeah, he's fantastic.
I mean, he's also like survived death twice.
Has he?
Yeah, I think he got into like a car crash and a plane crash. So maybe he's just immortal.
He's got divine protection, clearly.
This is true.
God's like, nah, sorry, man. You gotta release that track first.
Sorry, I I would say maybe it's your time, bro, but I had to listen to Hollywood Undead. I didn't.
Just had to.
Not Hollywood Undead.
Fucking Hollywood Bleeding.
Dude, Hollywood Undead is a fucking. You remember Hollywood Undead?
I do remember Hollywood
Oh my
Undead.
God, that was bad.
Hollywood Undead, Five Finger Death Punch.
Yeah.
Fucking 3 days. Or 3 doors.
Oh, Three Doors Down. Yeah. Oh my God, bring it back.
My
Don't
gosh.
actually, please.
You know, I think Breaking Benjamin was actually in CT relatively recently.
They were, because
Yeah.
I got a notification that they're in. I think they were at like Mohegan Sun,
Yeah.
and I was like, God, what I'd give to hear Diary of Jane live.
Dude, I was thinking like, I actually, one of my friends went there and she said that they played most of their new music when she was a fan of their older stuff. But dude, what I would do to dress up in like my black edgy clothes and go hear Diary of Jane.
What do you think the age demographic would be like at a Breaking Benjamin concert? Because I'm picturing
35 to probably our age.
I'm picturing like 35 to 50, just like big dudes with like a Metallica like tank top, like kind of heavy set,
Yeah.
and like bald,
Yeah.
and just like running around.
You think they're bald? Okay, I see. I still think Breaking Benjamin's got a like a more edgier crowd than like the fleeting edginess.
I guess you're right.
Like I would say they're definitely kind of like quote out of like the limelight, but I don't think they're transitioning to like the bands that your dad would listen to.
That's true. Granted, I don't think my dad would listen to him, but
Yeah,
I don't know about yours.
I mean, they're kind of like Foo Fighters in a way, and I know my dad likes Foo Fighters, so
Yeah.
like
It's just
maybe.
yeah, it's like an edgier Foo Fighters.
kind of yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
something like
I mean, say what you want about Foo Fighters, man, but some of their songs are hype.
that. I like Foo Fighters. I can get down with it.
Circling back to Rolling Loud, so that's really cool. Wish I could go. Obviously, I can't.
I mean,
Very sad.
I can honestly say I don't think I'd ever want to be in Miami.
Well, I agree, but it's also probably a pretty banging place to have a.
Yeah, no, it's like definitely like the best place you could have it.
Yeah.
So those would be like pop off city.
Yeah.
But I'm also thinking like
I don't want to get lost in Miami.
I would have to be in such a phase of my life to want to go to Miami.
I completely agree with that. I would need to have everything going right, otherwise I would be so fucking stressed the whole goddamn time.
Oh yeah.
Like I was stressed when I was in Canada. However, that was quickly alleviated once legal weed set in. But the point I'm trying to make is that I would remember when we went to Boston how stressed we were when we were like just even trying to park.
I mean, dude, driving in like any big city is just not fun.
Fair. I was actually in Boston recently. I don't know if I talked about that.
Probably not.
I went to the Boston Aquarium.
Oh yeah.
And let me tell you, we actually parked at the same exact parking garage that we were in.
Really?
It's still just as hell to get out of there.
Yep.
It was not very good.
No. What, the aquarium or just parking?
Driving in the city.
Yeah. No, I'm never a fan.
Yeah. So, I guess to finish on Rolling Loud, let's say you had the funds, you had the free time, would you still not go?
No, I would go.
Yeah.
Like I'm saying, I'd have to be in like a phase of my life where I'm like, all right, everything's going right. Doesn't matter. I can do this.
Okay. All right. I respect that.
Yeah.
Who knows? Maybe we'll get a festival somewhere near us, or at least some of the artists that we want.
Well, there was the Governor's Ball. That's on. It's in New York.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's like just. It's on an island. It's not Long Island, but you have to take a ferry to get there. And I have a couple friends going, but I did not want to pay $300 for 3 days.
Yeah, I'm looking at that now. No,
Yeah.
I'm good. I'll
On,
pass.
on top of like, well, there's always there's Boston Calling, and that happens like it's on Harvard's campus. That happens early summer, so maybe we could look into that.
Mm. I'm looking at this governor's ball thing. Let me
Yeah.
tell you, Eminem's headlining, and no thank
No.
you. And apparently someone called Jack White.
Jack White's good.
Yeah, yeah, yes. Halsey's there.
That's
Post
good.
Malone's there. Why is his name small?
I don't know.
What? What? Why is... Okay, okay.
Maybe he's just performing one song.
Lil Uzi's there.
That's good.
Okay, I don't know why I'm looking at this now. It's not relevant to what we're currently talking about.
No, it is.
Well, in a way, I have not gone to a music festival before. I haven't been to a proper concert before.
Really?
I would like to go. I really would, because before I was very afraid of the concert atmosphere at first, because like I had a relatively few poor experiences in like the XL Center and different conventions that I got dragged to with my parents.
Yeah.
So like the idea of being in a crowd of people all kind of in the experience I had, the people didn't really give a shit about anybody else. Like specifically what happened is I got literally knocked on my fucking ass by somebody.
Yeah.
And like that solidified in 9-year-old heads me that like, all right, any big crowd of people that's having fun, I shouldn't be around.
I feel that. I mean, like even when I went to go see Travis at the XL Center, I was very like, I hate crowds so much. It gives me so much anxiety.
Mm-hmm.
But
I
definitely,
imagine if you,
that was definitely worth going to.
yeah, if you care about like the actual artist, I imagine that's like when you pop
Yeah.
off.
I mean, if your parents are dragging you to go see fucking Jeff Dunham,
Fucking
talk with
Mumford and
puppets,
Sons or some shit like that.
yeah, then
Yeah.
it's like, Also, XL Center, if you're in like the upper row, those stairs are like a 85, or no, not an 85, but like it's
Are you talking about? You mean like literally you're just,
straight down.
yeah? You might as well just slide.
Yeah.
Yeah, the stadium that we have in Connecticut, this for some reason you're gonna die. You're gonna die if you're walking down it.
Yeah, because it looks like when you're it's only if you're in the upper deck. Like if you're in the lower, it's whatever.
Yeah.
Which is even worse. But like when you're upper deck, it feels as if it's like curving in.
Yeah, you feel pitched forward,
Yeah,
and
like
it gives you like that anxious feeling.
it made me really anxious. I hated it,
Yeah.
but it's whatever.
So, moving past music though, do you see that Nintendo actually had they're opening a theme park in Orlando?
No, I didn't actually.
It's
I haven't seen
actually
this.
okay. So in 2023, Nintendo of America and Disney, or not Disney, sorry, Universal, kind of got together and they're having a Super Nintendo World type of thing come. And apparently, like this one part of the park is gonna double its original size. The part, like the conglomerate, because there's I think 4 other places or 3. There's 3 or 4 parts of Universal.
Mm-hmm.
With the addition of this, it's doubling in size. So that's fucking crazy.
I'm honestly surprised it took this long.
Well, I mean,
Granted, Nintendo and
Yeah,
their
it's
properties
Nintendo.
is not good. To be honest. I mean, their properties are good, but Nintendo as a company is very like stingy, so it makes sense. But like the possibilities of a Mario theme park is so there's so many endless possibilities of shit you can do.
well, there's not much released about it, but like, it doesn't say what type of IPs they're going for.
Yeah.
I imagine Pokemon's gonna be there. I imagine Mario's gonna be there. Stuff like that. But the fact that like, I guess Nintendo is probably vast enough to create like the doubling the size of the park. It's estimated that they're going to be creating around 14,000 jobs for this one part of the park.
Well, I mean,
They have 25,000 employees for all the parks leading up to that.
yeah. Well, I mean, think of it like even if you just did, say, you had a Mario section, you had like an Animal Crossing section, and then I don't know, insert third one.
Exactly.
Like you could actually just make a huge ass park with just those 2 things. Like imagine like
That's true.
going to a park and like you're walking around the Animal Crossing thing and it's just like I don't know how Animal Crossing is. You have like the people in
Yeah.
animal costumes walking around.
I guess that's true. You can like even put Pokemon in that. I'm sure like Pokemon's vast in its own
Yeah.
way. Okay, that's Honestly, I've never wanted to go to Universal. I've never wanted to go to Disney. I'm not a theme park type of person. I would make the trip for this.
I would go to a Nintendo theme park.
I would make the trip. I agree.
I've also wanted to go to like the Star Wars theme parks because I always see the cute videos of like the people that work there,
Oh
like
yeah.
as a stormtrooper, like how they interact with people, and
Mhm.
I love that.
I think it could be interesting spending a summer as like one of those characters
Dude, I would love to.
until you realize it's 95 out and you're in full clothes. But yeah.
Yeah, I mean, if they're like, they gotta like, I feel like if you're in the stormtrooper outfit, your suit should definitely be able to have like an air conditioned
You,
insulation to it. You know
you're
what I mean?
you're probably definitely more breathable than like Vader per se.
Yeah. Or
Okay.
like Kylo Ren is kind of his thing is just like a potato sack with a helmet.
you you could be Kylo Ren.
I would be such a good Kylo Ren.
Oh my
If I,
gosh.
like I would just walk around just
Ray.
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 I have like the wide torso for it too.
Dude.
So like if it was ever take your shirt off, Kylo Ren, because you know that's what they do.
Yeah, take
and,
your shirt off.
and like I don't take my helmet off, they'd be like, "Wow, is that Adam Driver? Just smaller?"
Damn. Just smaller.
It's just like, "Wow, did Adam Driver shrink?"
Oh my gosh.
Love Adam Driver as well.
Yeah, he's great.
But-
it's a Nintendo theme park.
I like the idea of it.
Yeah, no, it's kind of like you said. I'm surprised it's taken this long, but at the same time, I'm not because Nintendo is very closed off. I would
Yeah,
say from
what-
most other forms of media.
Yeah, I mean they made that thing of if you were a YouTuber and you uploaded Nintendo, they would instantly like copyright strike it, take it down, and then take the money from it.
Yeah.
But Nintendo's been in a pretty good trajectory as of
Yeah,
late. They've been
well-
like, yeah, do what you want. We are.
I
Not-
mean, I imagine Nintendo America, like, because they had their management change.
Yeah, that's true.
So maybe that's why, because they're also opening a park in California as well, a Nintendo park.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I believe I believe it's coming to California as well.
Yeah.
So that's a pretty big that's a big ass deal.
Yeah, that's a lot of money coming in.
Yeah, like that's interesting. I wonder if I don't know. We were talking about media conglomerates today in my
Glaucoma.
I can't even say the word. Never mind.
Conglomerates.
Conglomerate. Fuck.
Conglomerates.
That word. We were talking about those today in my mass communications class,
Hmm.
and I don't know. The point I'm trying to make is that now I'm all very, very, very apprehensive of companies like this, like Disney and Nintendo, because they own so much more than we even know about.
Well, that's Disney is literally a monopoly, like not by definition. Well, actually, no, basically by definition, because a monopoly is owning like more than half of
well,
like a certain I don't know what you'd say, because like they own basically like all of entertainment at the moment.
so the thing is, it's because there was acts put into place to where specifically like media companies like Disney, these strict regulations aren't put on them.
Yeah,
Like the antitrust acts, like those, like basically got like peeled away from these big companies, so they're able to keep growing and grow, and they have vertical integration where they buy out more and then just do business within their own company. That's basically what Disney does. Is
Yeah.
They do business within themselves, and it's very crazy. Like most media, for almost everything media is probably owned by like 6 bigger corporations.
oh, it's disgusting to be honest.
It's fucking insane, dude.
Yeah.
Like it's really insane.
It's genuinely just not okay.
Yeah.
But it's like you can't do anything
You
about
can't
it.
do shit about it. Honestly, I don't know. Look up parent companies when you get a chance. Disney has stake in so many TV networks and so many different pie. It's crazy. It made me feel. I've never felt like I had a problem with capitalistic society, but it made me feel like I had a problem with capitalistic society.
It's basically it, to be honest. It's just, I don't know. It's crazy. Look it up if you're I don't know. The majority of the shit is like common knowledge at this point, I feel. But it's sadly one of those things where it's like, what am I gonna do? Write a fucking letter to who? Because Disney already owns them.
Yeah, really. It's okay. To put a point on it why it's tripping me out so bad
Yeah.
is because think about it in terms of advertising, right? So Disney, let's say let's just take Toy Story 4, right?
Okay.
Disney then, like, they're making their thing. They drop their trailer, and then the trailer airs on any of the TV networks that they have stake in or own, right? And then another TV network that you don't think is connected to Disney. So let's say I don't have the exact network, so I don't want to throw out names and just be wrong.
Yeah.
But let's just say on Disney Channel, you see these reviews, and obviously that's a Disney network, so that makes sense.
Hmm.
And then you see them on, like, say, Channel 3, your typical standard channel. You see that. Lo and behold, Disney owns that.
Yep.
And then that morning talk show where they're talking about the movie and they're giving great reviews in the movie, Disney owns that. That's when the problem comes in, because how you can't really gauge how corrupt or uncorrupt it is, because, like, you could say you can give them the benefit of the doubt and say, okay, they're giving an honest review, but then you take that away, and are they giving an honest are they actually giving an honest review, or is it, Disney weighing in on them saying, hey, we own everything that this network's about, so even though you think you work for that, or even though you work for them, you work for us, so give us great reviews. The corruption, or the potential for corruption, so high, it's scary.
No, exactly.
Genuinely scary. I'm sure there is corruption as well. I don't know. It's a very interesting topic, really.
Yeah, it's something that I don't know. I always talk about it a lot because I just find it so interesting that it just can happen.
Mm.
And it's, I don't know, I wouldn't say people are okay with it, but it's like you can't, unless like a new law is enacted of like, hey, you can't do this.
Mm-hmm.
But at the same point, like everything is kind of corrupt. Not to be a
Yeah.
conspiracy theorist, but like,
Well,
kinda.
corruption. I mean, people will find a way to play the system
That's true.
in
I don't
any
know.
way they can.
It's just crazy.
And one of the another things I want to talk about, actually, Snoop Dogg made a sandwich for Dunkin, and it comes with a donut bun.
I saw this like briefly in an ad.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't read anything about it, so I was just like, okay.
So it's only gonna be around for like a week or so, but essentially it's a glazed donut, and then it's a breakfast sandwich under that. But the sausage is made with the Beyond Meat.
Yeah, that's what I saw.
I guess Snoop Dogg's actually pretty passionate about meatless meat.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's just a glazed donut. It's called I don't know what they're calling the sandwich, actually.
It honestly is disgusting to look at, though.
Yeah,
I'll be honest with you.
Just it kind of looks like a heart attack. We've talked about donut sandwiches before. It's nothing special.
It needs to stop. Like, first off, it's gotta just stop.
At this point, it's whatever, man.
I mean, it's not good for you, man.
Yeah,
It is what it is, but like, come on.
yeah, exactly. I just want to talk about, because I found it interesting that the article, it's a CNN article. It literally heads by saying Snoop Dogg made a sandwich for Dunkin'. It caught my eye.
And it's just
I
like,
have to admit,
cool.
it caught my eye.
Nah, I respect it. I love cute collabs like that.
Yeah. So that's all I had to say on it, because I don't even know when it's coming out. The article doesn't even specify. I don't even think they know when it's coming out.
It's just fucking there.
Yeah.
Snoop Dogg did it.
Snoop Dogg did it. It doesn't have real sausage.
Yeah. And then,
Do you want to...
yeah, to round it home, probably my least favorite news to ever hear, Kobe Bryant, you know the name. You know Kobe, we all know Kobe. Him and his daughter Gigi, who was 13, and 7 other people died in a plane crash. Or a helicopter crash in Los Angeles. And it's not something like you want to talk about, but it's something that you kind of have to talk about. Obviously, we didn't want to start the show with it, because that would not be good.
Yeah, we talked about Kobe a couple months back. He's doing great for his girls' youth basketball team. He was I believe he was on his way to a basketball game, right? Like him and his daughter. So
yeah, it was her game.
It's very sad. Especially in the way that he did go. It's not like an overdose. Wasn't violence.
It's just unfortunate.
Pure unluck or bad luck. Pure chance. It's very unfortunate.
It's so crazy because it's like he is one of the people that like I just thought like not realistically, but just like, oh, they'll never die. Like they I don't know. He's done so much, like even outside of basketball. Like I don't know.
Dude.
It just fucking sucks, man.
Man, throwing a ball of paper at the trash can saying Kobe's never gonna feel the same.
No, you can't. Like, that was, like, weirdly enough, that was one of the first things I thought about of, like, I don't, just, like, can you do that anymore? It's not gonna feel right.
I want to say you can do it in his memory.
Yeah. I mean,
You should be able to throw things and still say Kobe as a positive way of looking on his life.
yeah. It's
Because
just,
he's still known.
it's incredible, like, how, like, people that just never played basketball or obviously, like, never directly affected by them, but, like, he's such a cultural icon.
Yeah.
And he had such an impact on so many people. It's just so crazy to see the reactions to it. Like, basically, like, every NBA game that happened that day, they either took, like, an 8-second violation or, like, a 24-second shot clock violation because he wore 24 and 8.
Mhm.
And then a lot of people that wear 24 now, or, like, organizations, have just, like, straight up retired the number. Like, nobody can wear this ever again.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just insane, man.
I mean, he's being inducted into the Hall of Fame. Is it Basketball Hall of Fame or NBA Hall of Fame? What do they call it?
Yeah, Basketball Hall of Fame.
Okay. Yeah, he's been inducted in, which is cool, but, it's
He had
a shame.
both his jersey retired, millions of accolades. I don't know, it just sucks because it's like I remember growing up and playing basketball, and I was really into it. It was like Kobe's, no matter what, is always one of your favorite players growing up, just because it's like the amount of heart and intensity that dude played with is so like admirable.
Mm.
I don't know.
It's very sad, very unfortunate.
Yeah, but
Rip.
rest in peace to him.
Yeah.
Best of luck to the family. Hope, obviously not recoverable, but hopefully they can find closure and I guess live their lives.
As best they can. That's all we can really do, though.
Yeah, it's just very sad, but it's something we had to touch on.
Yeah. All right, folks. That has been the Frying Pan Podcast. Thank you for tuning in. Sorry for ending on that depressing note, but it is what it is. We still want to pay our respects to Kobe. We've talked about him on the show before. So thank you for tuning in. As always, we're on every social media platform, music, streaming platform. So thank you for checking us out. We appreciate it. If you could give us a star rating or a comment, that'd be fantastic. We're also on social media. The handle for our Twitter and Instagram is In The Pan Pod, and our email is inthepanpodcast@gmail.com. You can send us over any business inquiries and or constructive criticisms there too. We appreciate that. And for the last time, folks, that has been the Frying Pan Podcast.
Well, not the last time.
No, for the last time right now.
Oh, okay.
For the last time, folks.
I got you now.
This has been the Frying Pan Podcast, episode 65. I've been Robert D'Onofrio.
I've been Daniel Sear.
And we are saying goodbye.
And we are drinking lighter fluid.